Hi, everybody. It's Craig and Indian Cowboy back with your 6 free betting picks. We're going to have 3 games. We're going to give out a side or a total or a play. I should just say a play in each game, both of us. We haven't talked about this ahead of time, so we just go off the cuff. We know what games we're talking about, but we haven't told each other what we like. So that way you get the instant reaction of what we like. This is for Thursday, May 8th, 2025. And it's been a nice little run here for me, Indian Cowboy. How about yourself? How you been doing?
Good. I mean, we've won back-to-back days in baseball. We'll have a 7-unit tomorrow. I took the Red Sox today, which was a great win.
Nice comeback.
They rolled 6-4. So back-to-back baseball winners. And normally a baseball is like a 4-unit play for me. So it starts adding up quickly. And NBA has been a winning playoffs, 14 of 16 winning NBA playoffs right now. And NHL's on a plus 5,000 run. And WNBA, it's my favorite sport. And I posted plus 6,000 last year in the WNBA. We went on a 7.
What's it, 2 weeks away before the start of WNBA?
Yeah, 10 days. 10 days, yep.
Yeah, it's that time of year. It's like it's playoff basketball, playoff hockey. I always say that second month of baseball, you start to get I get the data. To me, the data is what matters. I watch a lot of games, and that helps too, but the data helps. So make sure you get in. You can get in docsports.com/free60. You get a $60 free account. You can use that for new customers any way you want. That's $30 per day per sport, or $25 if you like the props per day. So make sure you get in on that. You can get on any expert. So don't forget, I also have a smaller play tonight. I've been on an amazing run, 17-6. Amazing run the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks now with their top plays. I got a 5-unit play in the NHL tonight. All right, let's get right to it though. Don't forget Premium Plus, Premium and Premium Plus. You can get in. It's $19.99. You get level 1. That's Indian Cowboys plays. Level 2 is the Premium Plus. You'll get IC plus 3 Premium Plus plays every day for $49.99 a month. So you get both of those. IC, tell them what they get in level 1.
Well, you get an extra video every single day. You get about 5 extra selections now. You get 4 extra selections in general. And then I give you my prop of the day, which is $25 actually on the site. But for $20 a month, you get these 4 selections and the prop of the day every single day, which is, basically the difference between what you would spend for $700 that you're getting for $20 a month, along with the prop plus the 4 other extra selections. So you get about 150 selections for $20 a month. And, that's a great deal, but obviously Docs Premium Plus is an incredible deal because you're getting 3 premium selections. Each one is $30. So you're getting $90 worth of value every day, which is supposed to be, you could just add it up. That's almost $2,700 worth of value, all for just $50 a month.
Yeah, and you get IC level 1.
You get
on top of it. So you get all those extra picks. So you end up with tons of plays, tons of value. Get in on it. Link is in the description to sign up. Just $49.99 for Plus or $19.99 for level 1 ICs. All right, let's start it off. Blue Jays and Angels. Blue Jays minus 125, total 8.5. These are pretty even matchup teams. These are not going to be teams that I think is going to go far in the playoffs, but they're going to be teams that you can bet on all season long in spots and get them about this price, minus 115, minus 120 to plus 120. And those are my sweet spot. I see, like, those are the ones, because you lay big juice, you're going to have to win 70% of games. That's just not realistic. I don't care who you play. What do you like in this matchup?
Well, one of my leans on YouTube Premium was on this game and was on the under. And they're 0-0 right now in the 5th inning. And then, you have a Toronto team that rolls in. They're 16-19. And then you have the Angels who actually come off a win, and they've won 2 of 3 now, which is good, but they're 14-20. And it kind of depends on what happens in this game as well. But the one that's going on right now. But you have Bassett here who rolls in. Yeah, Bassett went 5 innings, 7 hits, and 3 runs against Cleveland last time out, and he won. But he's given up 4 home runs in his last 2 games. He's given up 11 runs over the last 3 games against Houston, Yankees, and Cleveland. So now you're talking about 11 runs on about 15 innings. And then you tack on, which isn't good, obviously, but then you tack on the number of hits. So you're looking at 20 hits, and then you're looking at about 2 more walks. So 22 base runners in 11 innings. He's given up 2 base runners per inning. I like the fact that he comes off a win. I think he could probably have a little bit of a letdown here. And, the Angels roll in with Soriano, and Soriano obviously had a 3.42 ERA last year. He has a 3.82 ERA this year. He has not faced Toronto yet, but I like the fact that he went 6 innings, 6 hits, and no runs against the Tigers. He's only given up a home run one time over his last 5 starts. He's had back-to-back one walk performances, and I think one of his most impressive starts, was when he went 7 innings, 5 hits, and 1 run against the Rays. I actually like the value that the Angels provide here, and I think Bassett's been real shaky. I'm going to back the Angels.
Yeah, speaking of shaky, I like Bassett. I like a player prop here. Under 5.5 strikeouts, it's juiced up at plus 105. It might even shop it around plus 108. I see some places. Bassett's only in those last 4 or 5 starts, he's only had one where he went over that. He just doesn't go deep in games. It's hard to get strikeouts if you don't go to get 6 strikeouts if you don't go into the 5th or 6th, late 5th or early 6th inning. I don't think he does so. I like the Angels to win, but I think the better play. Sometimes you just play the props. Props are super. I'm on an 8-1 prop run, and this is where if you're super selective, I just do one a day. And this was my second one. Let's take the under Bassett strikeouts for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. Second game, Dodgers and D-backs. Dodgers minus 160, total 8.5. This is a Dodgers team that they're just racking up wins right now. I see. I mean, they're sometimes they do it with pitching, sometimes they do it with hitting. But Brandon Pfaadt on the mound with Yamamoto going for the Dodgers, his 0.9 ERA. What do you like in this matchup?
Well, first of all, you have a pitcher named Pfaadt, and that's pretty cool. The Dodgers won 10-1 against Miami, and they won 2 of 3. It's funny they lost that one time, which was when they were minus 209 favorites. But you're right, they are racking up the wins. I mean, at one point they had won 7 in a row before they fell short. Obviously this is more of a rivalry than people realize. People are going to get up for this game. And then you have Arizona who rolls in, and they're 19-18. They come off a loss against the Mets. They lost 2 of 3 against the Mets. But that's because they had beaten the Mets 2 of 3 before that. I wouldn't say they're playing particularly well, but they are off of a loss. The Dodgers are off of a big win. And Yamamoto, no big deal, is just a 0.9 ERA, which is just insane. He gave 1 hit in his last game against the Bravos, but he has given up 6 walks in his last 2 games. He has not given up a home run over his last 5 games. And he was pretty dominant against Philadelphia, 6 innings, 3 hits, and no runs. I really, really just want to fade him just because I think at some point he's going to struggle. But then you have Pfaadt here with a 3.79 ERA. He's actually having his best season ever in his 3rd year with Arizona. He hasn't faced the Dodgers yet. He comes off a bad loss, 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs against Philadelphia, 2 home runs. But prior to that, he went 6-9-2 against Atlanta. A little sketchy, but he was okay. He went 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs against Baltimore. This is one of those games where I think you have an Arizona pitcher on the bounce back. You have a Dodgers team that could have a letdown. Arizona team that's also on a bounce back. I actually like Arizona plus the 1.5 here. I think there's value. You get Arizona off of a loss. You get Pfaadt off of a loss. You get Yamamoto pitching out of his mind. You get Arizona getting fired up. You get the Dodgers scoring 10 runs in the last game, so a letdown. I'm going to take Arizona plus 1.5.
Yeah, on the road this year, the Dodgers are just 10-9 and 9-10 against the on minus the when they're laying minus 1.5 every time. So I do see that there's some value there. Obviously, if you don't follow baseball, most games end in 1 run, one way or the other. So if they win, you're good. If they lose by 1, you're good. If you play the plus 1.5 with Arizona here, I like first 5 innings. I like under in this matchup. I think both of these pitchers are going to be pretty good. I mean, Yamamoto, I'm saying that right. His last 5 games, he's given up one or 2 earned runs or less every game. I don't think the Diamondbacks are going to get to him. I think if they get to something, it's probably going to be the bullpen. I like the under first 5 innings in this one. I see it at 4, some at 4.5. So make sure you search it around. Either way, I think it's going to be like 1-0, 2-0 type game. Probably the Dodgers will be winning early in this one. I think Diamondbacks have a chance to come back late against that bullpen of the Dodgers, but I don't like them to get to Yamamoto, if I said that right. All right, last play, last game before I get to the NBA game. Don't forget, DocSports.com/free60. Get in on that $60 free account if you're a new customer. If you're an existing customer, go to the top plays today. Icy's going to have a step-out play in the Major League Baseball level. I'm going to have it in the NHL, so make sure you get in on those tonight. Of course, if you like other sports, we'll probably still have other sports. I'm still going to have a player prop tonight. Still going to have a probability to pay in the NHL as well, but they'll just be smaller unit plays. They all cash. All that cash counts, right? I see, but it's like if you want the top plays, his is going to be in baseball. I'm going to be in. I said NHL. I'm sorry, I somehow saw it in NHL. It's going to be a 5-unit play in NHL. Okay, Golden State, Minnesota. No Steph Curry. Sounds like Steph Curry's going to be out at least game 2 and 3, maybe 4 as well. Minnesota was terrible. I see. I mean, downright terrible. My 8-unit game of the year was on Golden State, so I did get it home, but it made me sweat when Steph Curry went out. Minnesota's favored by 10.5 points, total 201. Side note. Second round of the playoffs, there has been one favorite win so far, and that was if the Thunder hold on while we're filming this, they're up 30-something at half. If they hold on, it will be the first team to cover and the first team to win even. So it's been a underdog-heavy first few games here. What do you like here, Minnesota?
I like the over. I like the over here, and I think what's going to happen is not only is Minnesota going to score more points because they had under 90 last time, that's going to motivate them, but I think it'll be a kumbaya moment for Golden State. I think they're going to come out like jackrabbits tomorrow and play well without Steph. Golden State actually plays well without Steph the first few games, if you notice, and this is time for Jimmy Butler to shine here, and then you have Buddy Hield who's turned the corner, right? And between Butler and Hield and Pod. And, I think this team's going to have more success than people think. And then, of course, Minnesota doesn't care about any of this. They're looking to try to bounce back after scoring one of the lowest outputs of the year of 88 points. I can't remember the last time when Minnesota had such a low output. I think you have to go all the way back to – you need to go all the way back to maybe the November 29th Clipper game. But that was the lowest output they've had all year. I mean, that's the worst time to have it. It's the worst output they've had all year long in their first playoff game. And they scored 88 points, and they had 11 points in the second quarter to boot as well. And I think they're going to play much better here. They shot 5 for 29 from three-point land. And, I think you're going to see a situation where Golden State's an active dog, Minnesota on the bounce back. So put it all together. I like the over there.
You know what we've seen in this? What has been good? After those game 1 losses in all these series, first half – for the home favorites have also came back and went 3-0, including Oklahoma City last night. The Celtics both were up big. So I like that trend to continue. I'm going to take Minnesota in the first half, -5.5. I think everybody's calling out Ant and saying he should have been more aggressive, just had 1 point in the first half, just settled too much. I think he's going to come out balls on fire. I do think Golden State could get back in that game because Jimmy Butler is a dog. Like him and Draymond are dogs, and Pachinski as well. So I think they'll do enough late to maybe cover, but I think the first half you take a Minnesota -5, -5.5. Either way, I like it.
Tomorrow's going to be a game you might see Buddy Hield shoot 20 times.
He's basically – they're running all the screen downs and everything for Buddy Hield right now. And it's been paying off. It paid off in Game 7. He had a big Game 7 even when Steph Curry was there last series, and he carried it over last night, hit a couple big ones. This Golden State team, people are writing them off. Remember, even if they lose this game, they've already stole the home court. So if they can go back home and they win Game 3, maybe they get stepped back for Game 4, maybe not. But if you go back to Minnesota and you're 2-2, and it's a 3-game series and you can get Steph, now it's a big question if he would be healthy, in a week and a half. But if he would be, I'd like my chances with Steph Curry and Butler and Draymond in a 3-game series, even though they won't have the home court. But I wouldn't count out this Golden State team just quite yet, even without Steph Curry. Give me, though, the Minnesota in the first half. I think that trend continues, and it only makes sense. You get down, you come out, bust your ass. But you know what we've seen? The Pacers come out, bust their ass. They were down 20 at half, came back, won. The Knicks down, 12 tonight, came back and won. Now the Thunder, they were up 30. I don't think that we're going to see the comeback there, but still, all 3 teams did cover as the home favorite at half. So let's do that again. So those are your 6 free plays for Thursday. Don't forget, we'll be back. What's today? Wednesday, Thursday. We might be back for Friday night for Saturday's plays. So hopefully I can pin him down, and because we're going to try to do this 3 times every week. Some days it'll have to be different because the schedule kind of depends that, if there's not games for us to cover, there's no us come on and just talking. You want to hear our voices, I guess, maybe, but, we want to give you free plays. So make sure you stay tuned, like and subscribe. And don't forget, if you want to get in our Blessed plays, go over to Doc Sports, and DocSports.com and get in on the grid. Of course, the Premium Plus plays, you click the link in the description, you can get in on that, just $49.99 a month for level 1 and 2 combined, or $19.99 for just IC level 1. So make sure you get on those. All right, IC. Thanks again. We'll see you back later this week. I'm gonna pin him down now, and we'll see you. Hope all your bets are winning ones.